The childcare industry in Humboldt County is an economic catalyst. It enables employers to attract and retain employees and increase their productivity through job training and education. It provides jobs and generates considerable revenue in its own right. Yet much of the business activity of childcare goes on behind the scenes. Each day, individual families make the arrangements that allow them to work and feel satisfied about their children's well-being. They know that affordable, accessible, and high-quality childcare can mean the difference between getting to work or not participating in the workforce at all. Yet childcare is seldom considered when decision-makers think about support for business and economic development. What do you know about childcare? Childcare helps parents get to work. It allows them to be more productive, and it helps to educate our future workforce. But a childcare business must work hard to keep its doors open, in spite of what it offers. Childcare owners and directors share some challenges with the business community as a whole. Like many other small businesses, a childcare business includes long hours and a narrow profit margin.
I don't think a lot of people realize the costs that are involved. I mean, for example, I had a parent come in one time and says, "Man, you must be raking in the bucks, $25 a day times," and he started counting all the kids, and that's how much you make. Well, they don't realize there is, the list could go on and on about the money that goes back out. I mean, sure, the parents pay their tuition, but I mean, there's workman's comp. That was $1,700 last month. The list just goes on. Childcare is very limited. You can only have a certain number of children in the building. And so once you've reached that peak, that's all you're going to make. The only way you're going to make more money is if you raise the rates.
Okay, hop up. I pay almost $5,000 a year just to have Matthew in daycare 4 days a week. We'll be adding another child to that. We've just had to make some pretty steep concessions in our lives to make sure that that works.
We have a really long waiting list. We have a waiting list of over 200 people, and those are people that want into our preschool right now. That's not including the people who call with babies.
I don't think communities realize how important childcare is. A lot of my parents, they have viable jobs. I mean, and they work in banks. We have teachers. We have people, nurses. We had fire department. These parents that are going to work, they're contributing to our community.
What daycare has provided for me is that I know that unless I get a phone call from her that there's a problem, everything's fine, and I can really focus on work.
No, not yet. You too? You gonna make a spaceship too?
So childcare helps people get to work and be productive. But in addition, quality childcare prepares children for success.
Kids from 0 to 5 need hands-on activities, and this is how they learn and grow and connect the dots. Blocks, you learn math concepts. Play-Doh is fine motor skills. Drawing and scribbling and things like that, or pre-writing.
We want kids that are ready for kindergarten as far as really being ready to express what they need from other people and able to see how the decisions they make affect other people. And it just sets the tone for the rest of their relationships with other people and with the way they view themselves for the rest of their school career and really for the rest of their lives.
Helping employees balance work and family needs doesn't have to be expensive or time-consuming.
It's difficult sometimes when you have to explain to your employer, who maybe doesn't have children of their own, that I have to stay home. And it's not that my child has chickenpox or the measles or something terrible. Sometimes a cold is bad enough. I think that employers should be flexible for employees, just whatever you've got going on in your life. I mean, if it's not a kid, sometimes it's your parent that needs you.
Childcare in Humboldt County is an industry that generates more in gross receipts than do beef and dairy cattle, with $22.5 million in 2003. Even though the overall supply and demand of childcare may be a daunting issue for the individual employer, there are positive actions that can be taken on a simpler level. First and foremost, any employer can make a change in attitude about employees' personal lives. Rather than being none of the workplace's business, an employer can ask, how can we structure this job so that everybody gets what they need?
Quality childcare. That means a lot for a parent to be able to go drop their child off somewhere, go to work, be able to do their job, and know that their child is happy and safe.
For ideas and resources to help create a family-friendly workplace, go to www.familywork.org.